Don't give up the ship! Today we sail over to the United States Naval Academy in Annapolis, Maryland. Established back in 1845, it is where midshipmen, otherwise known as undergraduates at most other places, go through a grueling 4 years as students to emerge as officers in the U.S. Navy. In this series, we will take a guided tour of its historic grounds, which will include a visit to the Naval Academy Chapel. While there, we will pay our respects at the crypt of John Paul Jones, the most revered naval captain in American history. We will lower our sails at the Visitor Center and also peruse the gift shop, which offers a high-seas selection of Go Navy, Beat Army gear. All hands on deck.
President, only the White House does more entertaining as far as a private residence in a government building than here. They're always having alumni groups over, donor groups, international groups. Now, if those groups want to tour, a lot of times I'll get involved. About 10 years ago, Jimmy Carter, an ex He's a Delaware Indian chief. He looks like a rather noble, fierce fellow, but he never fought anybody. So in 1819, they made a wood carving on him, put him on a ship, the USS Delaware, and it served in the Navy for almost 40 years. It's the largest dormitory in North America. It has almost 1,800 rooms, 4.6 miles a corridor, has its own dining hall, King Hall, has its own laundry, has its own tailor shop, has its own bank, has its own medical facility, has its own post office, has its own 21412. It says you're very different people that got along great, became best of friends, roommates all 4 years. They then went to Pensacola together to flight school after graduation. Charles Larson went on to become an admiral, was superintendent here twice. John McCain went Air Force Academy, and my daughter Sarah was like top 10% of the class and almost no demerits. And her roommate Leanne, oh my gosh, she was always on academic probation and behavioral probation. By the time they graduated in 2010, Leanne had broken the Albert Michelson was born in Poland. He came here as a boy when his parents immigrated to Nevada. He came to the Naval Academy, graduated, went to sea for a number of years, came back as a teacher, and he was very interested in studying the properties of light. In 1907, he became the first American awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in Physics for measuring the speed of light, 671 million miles an hour, 186,000 miles a second. Okay, if we can line up over there for other people to get by us. You see the monument right here behind me? But they keep on trying. Okay, needless to say, this is the chapel. On this side, these stained glass windows are stories from the Old Testament of sea life. And the ones on this side are from the New Testament down here. Up about 25 pews, you see the flowers and the candle. That is the MIA POW pew, started during the Vietnam War to remember the prisoners of war. That candle is lit at every service. Okay, if you look up here, you see the portal window. Guys, up here. And you're looking. This is Christ walking on water. It's a Tiffany window. And Admiral Porter was a Civil War admiral. And over here is the Farragut window, another Civil War admiral. See the winged victory on top. As you can see underneath, you can see Admiral Farragut in his on his ship coming into Mobile, Alabama harbor, and John Paul Jones considered himself quite the